Hello, everyone, and welcome to another special replay of
Legends Only.
My name's T. Kyle,
And I'm Brad.
and this week we are replaying a album swap episode of
Legends Only.
I Am Still Gone.
She's gone.
I'm speaking to future me, so as you guys know, we're on like a little summer pause, but we wanted to pull some content out of the vault. And this week, we are replaying my first review after listening to Girls Aloud.
Yes.
For the first time ever.
The first time ever. The fan-demanded album swap.
Yes.
First ever.
This episode was demanded for...
years.
Yeah. Actually, literally years. And I finally listened to Chemistry, the third album.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look.
From Girls Aloud. And...
There you go.
This is my review and first reactions, and Brad reacting to me reacting.
There are definitely some surprises.
Yeah. So regular programming returns next week. Bonus episode, new episode will be on Patreon. We're still on Discord. We're still chatting with you there. We hope that you're having a good summer, and hopefully nothing crazy has happened.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And until next week, enjoy this review. Thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon for keeping the lights on, for the continued support. We will be back next week. Enjoy. It's a long, hot summer, if you will.
Sure is. It's more than 95 degrees in the shade.
Oh, let's hope not. It's been 84 years.
It has
since
been.
This request came in.
This is our R9 a little bit.
Yeah. What's the meme that everyone says where they're like, we got this before GTA 6.
Yeah. You got an album swap before GTA 6.
Yeah. So let's just explain to everyone what the concept for this is. So many years ago,
Yeah.
we proposed this concept of doing an album swap where we would each provide an album, then swap it, and then give our opinions.
Yeah, one that the other hasn't heard before.
Yeah. And everyone loved the idea. We were on board, and we started pulling our list.
Yeah.
And we very quickly learned that it was one-sided. And I was like, okay, this isn't going to work.
But everyone has been really into giving you recommendations for movies.
Yeah.
And I feel like that sort of refueled the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it is just sort of a, here, try this segment. Maybe it's a vertical, honestly. Maybe it's T. Kyle tries, T. Kyle discovers.
Oh my God, an Excel sheet.
Yeah, like tag it like that.
Slowly chipping away at it.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, when you're listening to this, it'll have been 2 weeks ago. I did watch Anaconda. One movie on the list. Check.
Yes.
Shout out to Eric for giving me, I might have gotten a login from something.
Oh no, not 3-2-1 movies.
No. Someone may have conveniently let me borrow something to watch it.
Wow.
So,
J-Lo, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, J-Lo.
Thank you, J-Lo.
That's what I get for defending her.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, yes, you discovered Anaconda. Yeah, there's a lot on that list. You Drop Dead Gorgeous you watched. What else? Moulin Rouge, of course, was the holy grail.
Yeah.
And you're still chipping away.
I'm chipping away. It's overwhelming.
It is.
It's a lot.
At the same time, we also have albums, including this idea of the album swap.
Yes, I finally checked it off, and we did let the icons vote.
We did. Thank you if you joined us for LC34.
Yep.
We had a live vote, which, there was a bit of a January 6th moment, but we put it up to 3 albums, and one eventually won. But I will say it definitely was a tie for a while. And so I'm sure the other album will come through when we do another one of these. But
yeah, if you guys are into this, let us know. And then I'll do.
Yeah.
Who was it that came in second place again?
It was Danny Minogue.
Oh, Neon Nights.
Neon Nights.
Yes.
Feels fitting. Maybe we can slot it in. She has a new show coming out, I Kissed a Girl. It could work. Both of those albums worked with like cultural things that are happening. She's hosting her show on BBC. Girls Aloud are doing their reunion tour. So it's like it worked out either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know Cheryl because of 3 words.
You know Cheryl for 3 words, which is still very iconic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the album in question, or the album up for discussion this week, is Girls Aloud Chemistry, which is their third album.
It is their third album. I wanted to start you off with one that I believe it was the first time that I was on the train with them when I discovered them, because I had discovered like the singles leading up to it, and then that was the first album campaign that I had with them. So I did my reverse research, and then this was the first one that I was like already a fan and could listen to together.
Gotcha.
So 2005.
Because that was going to be my first question to you. It was like, when did you discover?
I discovered them in a Britney forum when somebody posted the video, I believe, for The Show, which is from the album before. And I was like, what is this? And how do I get this into my life? And
Didn't they win an award from Pop Justice?
Yes, the 20 quid.
Yes. Okay. I see. I did my research.
Oh, wow.
I did my research.
I'm loving that you know the 20 quid. Yes, it was better times. Shout out to Pop Justice, Peter Robinson. They would do this really fun competition where all these pop journalists and pop fans would go to a pub and they would all meet up and they would all fight and bicker over, they would do like a big, fantasy football, whatever, March Madness kind of thing. And the best single won. And it was always taste. Like it was always, these are pop nerds all fighting over it, not general public shit.
Oh.
They've won some 20 quids. And you win
What's a quid?
A quid is the pound, so it's like the $20 bill basically.
Oh, okay.
And that's like part of the joke of it because it's like very unserious.
Right.
But yeah, they definitely have won. And then eventually like it became a thing that the artist would even come down and accept the award. Like almost like it's by no means a Razzie because it is a good thing. But when
It's
Halle,
underground.
when the Catwoman award for the Razzies happened and Halle came and actually like accepted it. Kind of like that. But yeah, it was an honor of sorts. So Girls Aloud was definitely there. I'm forgetting. I know they've won a couple of them, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I discovered them through the forums, deep dove into what they were leading up to that moment. And by the time Long Hot Summer came around was the time that I was already aware of them. And so I could like follow their journey into this album, which is an interesting album to start off on. Because
did it make the top 10?
Oh,
I learned that.
I think it was it missed it.
Yeah. 11, I think.
11, yes. However, they do hold the record for 20 consecutive top 10 singles. So consecutive. Yes.
And I had no idea.
Yeah, they went the whole the noughties, the 2000s with top 10s and 4 I think number ones in that bunch.
Wow. Yeah, I did like the research of the X Factor. Or not, it wasn't X Factor. It was
Pop Stars, the Rivals.
Pop Stars.
Oh my God.
Jerry Halliwell was the judge.
Yes.
They win.
She's involved in everything.
And then I forgot that Cheryl was in the US X Factor.
For a minute, fired for her accent.
Yeah.
Literally.
Then I got confused because it was like Cheryl Tweedy. And I was like, who's Cheryl Tweedy?
And that's why I used to write Cheryl Tweedy, Culversini, Payne.
God.
Yeah, she had 4 last names.
I looked it up and it was like Cheryl Tweedy, and I was like, wait, I'm so confused. She looks just like Cheryl Cole. Who is Cheryl Tweedy?
I know. She went Cheryl Tweedy to Cheryl Cole. She married a famous footballer. Then they split. Cheryl Fernandez Versini. Briefly, there was this guy. They split. Liam Payne. They didn't get married, but I was jokingly calling her Cheryl Payne at that point. Then they split, and then it was Cheryl, just Cheryl.
And did they have a Bobby together?
Yeah, Baby Bear. They named it Bear.
Bear Cole.
Bear Payne.
Allegra Cole.
Bear Payne.
I wonder if Allegra Cole is related to Cheryl Cole. Is that is there a connection there?
There might be. There's Cheryl Hole from Drag Race. That was a play on Cheryl. Cheryl was like truly the UK's darling for many years. It's crazy how much she fell off. And I'm not like being shady. Like she had the baby pretty much and like by choice kind of like fell off. It just stopped.
Got it.
It was kind of crazy because at one point it was like inescapable press and promo, and Selena Gomez was over here talking about how much she loves Cheryl. Like,
wow,
all these people were clamoring for Cheryl.
I mean, 3 words.
3 words.
I will fight for that song.
3 words. Yeah.
Fight for your love. What is it?
Yeah.
That's her song, right?
That's her song. That was the debut.
Okay, because she went solo.
Mm-hmm.
I crammed a lot of information
You
in.
did. I'm so
I
impressed
really,
right now,
really, really
honestly.
tried.
I'm
I gotta
living right
tell
now.
you.
Yeah.
I watched the videos. I mean, we'll get into it, but like,
Oh my God, you watched the videos.
oh yeah,
Ugh.
I did my deep dive. I was like, I
Yes.
need,
Oh my God, I'm so glad you saw the shambolic biology video.
yeah, because I got to a point where I was like, everything just blurred together,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know anyone's voice. I don't know who is who.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working our way through.
It definitely helps. Like, I obviously wasn't along for the ride for the reality show, but their personalities are the most different since Spice Girls, as far as, and Little Mix too, but like they all had such interesting personas that that's part of the reason I glommed onto them, is like it wasn't just sort of an anonymous unit to me, because they all have very different personas and different purposes in the band for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Especially Nicola, the redhead, who was very much bullied and teased for not only being redhead but pale, and she was called a bitch. And she
From the show or just in
the
general?
media, the fans, like it was
Wow, she's the carb meat of the group.
because we forget in that time you had to be orange or like an embarrassing level of spray tan, like all of our girls did,
True.
and so she stuck out.
Because
Like
this is like what? This is early
04,
2000s?
05.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were low-rise jeans, the boot cut, the all of it. And
Oh, I have so many thoughts on the things that I've seen.
oh yeah, their outfits are pure early 2000s. But yeah, so she got a lot of it at the beginning, and so she would do a lot of the fake tan too and stuff. And she ended up doing, I believe it was a whole special on TV about the dangers of tanning machines and stuff like that.
Oh my
Tanning
God,
booths.
so Lindsay of her.
Yeah.
She
So-
was like the Lindsay Lohan of the group.
for sure. Somebody called her a rude ginger bitch.
Oh,
And very iconically, she performed at, I believe it was GAY, and she wrote on the shirt, rude ginger bitch, bothered. It was such a slay at the
Camp.
time. Yes. But yeah, and they were babies too. I mean, we always forget, like, these girls, all of our faves, like, debuted.
early 20s by the time this album came around.
Maybe?
I was gonna say they look
Teens.
like 22.
So early 20s by this, yeah, I guess. But yeah, 22 maybe.
Okay.
But still babies, really. So yeah, we're 3 albums deep at this point.
Wow.
So this is also their first album that I would kind of call like a, and it says it on the Wikipedia, like a concept album,
Yeah.
because generally they're just bangers and bops randomly about like being bad girls and running rampant and stuff. But this one sort of like was the concept of like being a 20-something in London and running around with the boys and all that stuff. So
Yeah. I read the wiki after,
oh, okay.
and then my note about I think I
Mhm.
wrote the songs are really large.
Large.
And then when I read the wiki, it talked about like the song structure and how
Mhm.
this was their first album that like didn't follow a typical,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't know the words to like form as I was writing my notes out.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't have your typical like chorus,
Mhm.
banger, drop. It's almost storytelling in a lot of the songs, but
Yeah. Oh, I love that you picked that up.
yeah. And I wrote, the songs are very large, a lot of storytelling.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I love Brian Higgins, Xenomania, the producer of all their projects, moving past their debut, is he Frankensteined their projects and would create melodies. He would take a verse from the first album that he liked that didn't make the cut, put it into this song. Like, he was all about stitching together. Whoever sang that part the best would have that part on the album. Like, he made them all like do parts, whatever worked. And he would sort of just, yeah, Frankenstein it.
All right. Well, chemistry.
Chemistry.
We can start with the album cover. So if you guys want to listen along, we're not going to be playing the songs here.
Right. We're not getting sued by
because
Brian here.
It is long. Yeah, it is long, and we don't want to put like an entire album
Mm-hmm.
for free on our Patreon. It's not our place. But yeah, it is on streaming,
Mhm.
and I'm obsessed with the album cover. It reminds me of those like old school dance EPs that would have like all of the, oh my God, was it like, was
like
it
Head Candy?
Ultra? No, it was Ultra.
Yeah.
Like the old school Ultra albums.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It is Ultra meets American Apparel, like that
And like
simple.
Pantene Pro V. a little bit.
Oh, literally. But it's all of them as housewives in the
Definitely.
kitchen. There's a Christmas tree, which does not make any sense.
Oh, are you looking at? Okay, so there's like that's the bonus cover. That's Chris. That's the one that had the bonus.
Okay. It's like, okay. I was like, this is interesting. I guess they're prepared for all seasons here.
So if you go on the wiki, the first
Okay,
picture
let me look at the first one.
is the cover, and then the second one is what fans dubbed it Christmas Tree, which was chemistry plus the bonus tracks of Christmas songs.
Oh, okay. I see this is the original.
Yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah, very.
I mean, same vibe. It's
Yeah.
so ultra. I miss those CDs. Those were so good.
Same.
Like ultra CD dance.
Yeah.
It's literally the same font. Like, look, it's
Yeah.
oh,
Oh yeah.
God, such a vibe.
December 2005. I'm trying to place myself of like what the vibe was then. It's extremely ultra records.
Ultra Dance 06. What year was that? Eric Pride's Call On
I was gonna
Me.
say Call on Me era.
Yeah, Tiesto. Danny Minogue is on Ultra Dance 6.
Not surprised.
Wow. So yeah, that's the vibe, but I'm obsessed with it.
Love.
Okay, so we get into the intro,
Yes.
which is like all about the bass line. Is the intro was a little, it felt like a scrap from something. I don't know. It didn't really give me
Yeah.
album intro, but I do love that it blends seamlessly.
I love the blend into models.
Into track 2, which is like the starter track, Models.
Mhm.
I'm kind of obsessed with this one, and like the girls like of it, like the little bites. Also, I wrote the line, "Darlings, we're fashion, don't you know?"
Uh-huh. Oh my
Stood
god.
out to me. This is a note for Luann. I wrote that this is a song I think Luann could cover at Mighty Hoopla.
Oh my
and
god.
everyone in the UK would go crazy. I don't know what it was. I think it's like the girls and darlings of it all. That's
Yeah.
so Luann.
Yeah.
So Luann, if you're listening, you should cover this at Mighty Hoopla.
It's very, and it does kind of sweep into maybe the Sex and the City of what we were experiencing at the same time, of like fashion and models and fast living. And that's totally what it is.
Yeah, it's very like city vibes.
Yes.
Girls' night out.
Mm-hmm.
Girls. And then I wrote, from a production standpoint, I love how this synth starts to come in at the end. And I guess I could say it here. I was kind of surprised at the sonic presence of them. It is very orchestral, like the live instruments I was not expecting.
Yeah.
It's all like very organic, like rock style production.
They, for the most part, probably like 2.5 albums and 3 were like more rock chicky.
Okay.
And then it became, the next album will probably be your favorite. It became very synth
Okay.
surf electronic. But yeah, it was very like Bad Girls with guitars and synths at the same time. Yeah.
But I like how it has I mean, as the album goes on, we'll continue talking about it. But like with this one, I specifically wrote how like it starts out very like organic, and then the synth slowly like builds towards the end of the track.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get our next track, which is Biology, which you had in our road trip.
Oh, I did. Yes.
And so this was a single.
Yep.
I don't know if this is not a standout from this album for me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I think what it was is that it was so against the grain and it was so strangely created that I think pop nerds just kind of went crazy because it switches up so many times throughout the song.
Yeah. There's a lot of maybe I'm just so used to now where songs are like verse, drop.
Yeah.
And very simple.
Yeah.
Whereas this felt like it was so many things happening.
Yeah. I think it's impressive that it was a single. It's totally off the walls and insane. This was the one that won, I remember, the 20 quid Pop Justice for sure. It's very signature them. I think it just represents like what they are, which is sort of like madcap crazy lyricism and crazy construction of their songs, and kind of, it really summarizes kind of what they're like.
That makes
Honestly.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I have something to say about this music video. This is my
Iconic.
I think this is my first time seeing a Girls Aloud music video.
That's a great way to start.
I don't know why I thought that they were like Pussycat Doll style performers.
Oh, on tour, it got better.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is giving like everyone is Hillary Duff in their Forever 21 dress, serving handography and like a two-step.
Yep.
And I was kind of taken back. I was like, wait, I was expecting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
like
definitely
there's stumbling happening in the music video. Like it's
as Peter Robinson said, shambolic. Like it is. I mean, it does match the song too. It's erratic. Like it's messy in the sense of like it's just their choreography is not all in sync.
No,
they have varying degrees of experience with that. I think it's also because like Cheryl's the dancer for sure. Some of the girls could get into it more than others, but others did not have as much of a sense of rhythm.
No. But it's so of that early 2000s, like dance queen.
Yeah.
Even the editing of like the fading in and out is so tacky, but like that is that time.
Yeah.
Like that's even in the US.
Yeah.
Our music videos were like that. Like I'll Never See You Again, Cry for You is so tacky looking. Like there's just an aesthetic that makes it camp.
It's definitely camp.
Yeah.
It's very slapped together. They have some very $5 in a Dream kind of music videos for sure. That's what they do. Like I found it always endearing. Although I do think they have sometimes slayed their videos, but oftentimes it's been.
Oh, well, there's one later on that we'll get into, but this one I was like, because it was a single, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think this album as a whole needs to be remastered.
Oh, well, it's about to be.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're bringing them into the future.
Oh, okay. Because I think the vocals drown out a little bit against the instruments.
Yeah, it's a loud song.
Yeah. I wrote, there's way too many instruments. Oops, sorry. Okay. Next up, we have track number 4, Wild Horses. I loved this song.
Yeah.
I wrote Country Cavant. Now, I also said this, I mean, this is like a very me thing, but I feel like Avicii would have had a field day on a remix of this from Avicii in like this is like 10 years before his time.
Yeah.
But like this stood out to me of like an Avicii dance remix, early like 2010s banger with the country influence, that melody. Like there is a dance banger.
Yeah.
Here.
For sure.
And I also wrote Substance. This song gave us substance.
Oh, I like that.
I really loved this one a lot.
And that's the first one on the album actually that they have a co-write on. The girls did. So, yeah.
Okay. Next up. Now I have 3 stars that I gave out.
Oh.
I don't know if maybe this is a thing with like the album swap that we can do where I award songs.
I'm shaken already by
with
this.
A star.
Okay. Yep.
As like standouts. So maybe I pick 3 everyone or like what? I don't know.
Okay.
But maybe we're building this out as we go.
Okay.
The next track, See the Day.
Yeah.
She gets a gold star from me.
I'm so shocked by that.
Really?
It is often regarded as like not great.
Well, I saw the chart stats flopped.
Yeah. And it is a cover.
Oh.
Yes. But I am surprised.
Wow.
Yeah, it was originally released in the 80s. An English singer, D.C. Lee. I always liked it. I have a very vivid memory of See the Day because when it came out, I remember playing it on the radio, on the CD in the car with my ex. And he goes, "Do you really like this?" And I was like, I'm ending this relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I wrote instantly catchy and it's giving me Mariah.
Oh.
Like the never see the day. Mariah would like, it sounds like a Mariah song to me.
That is true. I love it. I personally love it. It just doesn't get the love that others do. I actually prefer a ballad on this album to this one, but I do enjoy it quite a bit.
Oh, I can also hear a dance remix to it too, I think is why I'm like,
there
There has to be
definitely are. If
one.
there isn't
If
already,
it came out 20 years ago.
yeah, there's definitely a remix. Yeah, there is.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's gonna be on the reissue too. That's coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, this music video, what was that? And all you bitches say shit about Headlines by the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
This music video
Yeah.
is so tacky.
It's so tacky. Yeah.
It needed to be elevated. The snow is. I'm like, why are we in the snow? But I read something. It was like they wanted it to be like a Christmas hit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They were going for the Christmas #1 with that.
Oh.
And what ended up happening is it didn't become that.
No.
It was a contender, but it was their lowest charting single at that point.
Interesting.
And the band, in my opinion, they always have taste and good, like, retrospect about their, what they've done. Nadine said, "That's not a single. I don't know what happened there," and referred to it as an accident. Kimberly disavowed it, saying, "We don't claim it." And Cheryl called it a blip.
What? The whole thing or the video?
I wish we hadn't released See the Day. I absolutely hate that track. I don't think it's us at all. It's really old fashioned, she said.
What? I guess I could. I mean, my frame of reference is very narrow. I guess I can see how it doesn't fit alongside most of the other tracks.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
But I did love it.
I love that.
Mainly because it reminded me of Mariah.
Oh.
Like, it has that. Anyway. Track 6, we have Watch Me Go. I said, my tits are shaking right from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Now my tits are out. And this is where I noticed that all of the songs just kind of fade on this album. Like, they just kind of
fade outs.
They just keep going and go. And then it's just like it repeats and slows.
We forget what that was like. We had songs fade out back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I forgot that we used to do this.
Yeah. This has some of my favorite ad-libs, or not ad-libs, just like little hooks. The end of this song is my favorite with Sarah. Like, "I know what you're thinking. You've been thinking about my butt."
Yeah.
Like, it's very silly, but this is their sexy. I mean, there's a couple sexy ones on this album. I love the lyrics on this one. The 1:15, 2:15, like telling you how the night's going. It's good. And then the big gag of this song is, do you know who co-wrote it?
No.
JC Chazé.
What?
I know. I still don't exactly know the story about why that happened, but he is a co-writer on this song. So that means it was probably, what's his album? Schizophonic or something? But like, it might have been from that, or...
Huh.
This was also the era where Brian Higgins, who did all this Girls Aloud music, had met with Britney and did a song called Graffiti My Soul for the album before this. And she cut it first. And I think, he's done like more songs with her that we never saw the light of day. But
this could have been a Britney track.
Oh yeah,
honestly.
Totally. From what I recall,
it's slutty, but like not in like a. How do I say that? That's not the right way to say it.
It's not Pussycat Dolls slutty.
No, it's like confident and like in control. Like what the one, like she's in control of the man.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's like, you're gonna rage on my ass, basically.
Yes.
But like I'm in control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there was some sort of feedback from Britney's label that like it was too weird to do like the Aloud stuff, the Brian Higgins stuff or something. It would have been awesome to hear, because
this would have been good for In the Zone.
It would have been cutting edge, I think.
Yeah.
I think they pushed the boundaries in with like Moby and other people, but like it would have been cool to have this sort of UK weirdo pop thing too.
Kind of like Brave New Girl.
Yeah.
But
totally
edgier.
Mm-hmm. This one's a lot of fun live too. They get into this.
Oh, I haven't watched any live videos yet.
Yes.
Okay, next track is number 7. It's called Waiting. I just wrote skip.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This is my go-to running song. The beat is perfect for the can to go dop dop
really?
Dop. Oh yeah.
Okay, let me try this again. Because I literally just wrote skip.
Wow. I'm surprised about the way these are going.
Let me listen again. Yeah, I think I feel like I just found it to be one note the whole time. Like I feel like it didn't have like a it wasn't putting me on a journey.
Yeah.
It just kind of felt like one long
Gotcha.
chorus.
Yeah,
maybe.
the production is more straight
Yeah.
that beat the whole way through. Wow. Okay. I guess I was just always assuming that the ones that were fastest or more up tempo would be of your taste. So I am shocked.
Oh, now I love a ballad.
Well, we're coming up to one, I
A
think.
whole lot of history. I wrote "This Is There Too Much."
Oh, perfect.
Obsessed.
Whole Lot of History is my favorite Aloud ballad. I
Obsessed.
think. Well, there's one later, but it's like electronic. But yes, this one and the video I had time for.
Yeah.
More time. Like I think they did a little better with this. Yeah.
This ballad feels like it fits better with the other tracks.
Mhm.
And yeah, it just reminded me of Spice Girls too much.
Totally. It got a lot of comparisons.
Mashed up. Actually, I was like singing along
Yeah.
to it. I was like, oh, we could do a mix here.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of my favorites, and Nicola honestly steals the show for me on this one with the "Hello, did you call me?" Like she killed it because so Nadine is generally thought of as like the heart of the vocal production of this group. Like she is mostly belting all of it. It's Nadine, the Irish queen who I love and who famously lied about her age on Pop Stars Ireland and got kicked out of that band only to show up on this. By the time she showed up on Pop Stars The Rivals, like everyone was like, "Is that your real age?" This time, like they were like dragging her because she was so talented, but like they couldn't go. She lied. She lied about having her passport. It was a whole thing, but she was still so talented. Like I'm so glad she got a second shot. So anyway, she was thought of as the meat of the vocals, and then all of them kind of
like Posh Spice.
Definitely the Posh, yes. So I
Mel
guess
C.
I would guess the Mel C, honestly.
Okay.
And then Nicola was just sort of that vulnerable sort of vocal, kind of like a shakier, girlish vocal, but they all had that spice that made it.
Are there any who don't sing and just dance? Well, dance.
No, they definitely all
Okay.
sang. Yeah, so that's like one difference is like there was nobody who was kind of just there to be pretty. It's not controversial, I think, to say Cheryl doesn't have the best vocal range, let's say, but she's definitely done a ton of music. Like she wants to be a pop star. So
got it.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the lead doesn't always,
yeah.
no comment. Okay. So the next track, I'm going to be handing out another golden star
Oh my God, what?
to this next track number 9, Long Hot Summer.
Long Hot Summer.
8.
It's 95 degrees in the shade.
I think my favorite lyric is "Shaken like a cool lemonade."
Oh, yes.
Which it's like campy, but
Mhm.
the delivery in the song is not cheesy. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
such a cheesy lyric.
Yes.
But the way that it all blends into the
Yeah. This was a big deal. This was the this was
is
the lead
single, right?
The lead single.
The video is also good.
Well, the lore behind that is it was supposed to be considered
Work
for
from home.
Herbie Fully Loaded, which would have made it like a crossover with Lindsay.
Oh wait, okay, that explains the auto
Yeah.
with
So-
the GA auto
I loved that.
with
Yeah.
the little jumpsuits.
They were basically doing what Fifth Harmony couldn't at that award show, like hammering the tire.
Literally, the work from home music video is
better.
But sorry to your girls.
Their outfits in this were interesting when they like change it to their like club outfits and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the working outfits, they're literally like fully covered up. But I do like when they start unzipping them.
Yes.
And it's like a Forever 21 sequence top, Yes. We're going to Atlantic City this weekend, girls.
They were extremely, their outfits, and to a degree, the Saturdays, certainly. It was very pop star, like office job 9 to 5. Then you have to be a pop star.
It's so office job 9 to 5.
That was
Wet
the thing
Seal.
then. Yeah.
It really was.
It's crazy to imagine
Joyce
now.
Leslie. What else was out there? Where else did they used to drag me to go? Yeah, I feel like it was Joyce Leslie and Wet Seal.
Mm.
What's the one with the D? What's her name?
Oh,
Delia, is it
Delia's.
Delia?
Yeah, I think so.
She kind of ate too.
Hmm.
Where's she now?
Yeah, I know.
Delia,
I have no idea.
idiot.
Yeah, this was an interesting one because they were originally going to go with a cover of the song "Wicked Game," which came out on the uh, reissue they just did for "What Will the Neighbors Say." They decided against it. They went with "Long Hot Summer." They thought they were going to be on the Herbie soundtrack, and Brian Higgins also hates this song because he felt rushed to match the vibe of Herbie, and I guess they thought they were a
Oh.
shoe in for the soundtrack, and so he said it disrupted us creatively. It was making us miserable. Something had to come out, and that was Long Hot Summer. It made me in a panic. It was a disaster record. I can't stand it. So yeah, I guess they.
It does have movie soundtrack vibes. Now that I'm like,
Yeah,
it's a long hot summer. Na, 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 na. Yeah.
I enjoy it, and it obviously it does remind me of summer, and it's a fun lyric to quote in your Insta caption when it's truly hot out. So yeah.
You could, I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, you could blend it with it's a long hot summer. Da, na, da, na, I wanna come first. Da, da,
Oh
na.
yeah,
Oh,
totally.
wow. Do you guys
New
hear
mashup.
it? Do you hear it?
New mashup incoming.
Okay, next up, I'm handing out another golden star to Swinging London Town.
Yes.
This is where we get electronic.
It is. And this is a taste of where things go with them, I would say.
Okay.
Mhm.
I wrote the break. It's giving vibey elevator music, Paris. Also, there's one of the layers in this, if I could look at the stems,
Mhm.
that is Future Lovers by Madonna. I don't know who went first. There is a layer in this fucking song that is literally Future Lovers. I'm like, I was like humming along and I'm like, oh my God, that's Madonna. Confessions.
Not sure.
It's very, very, very similar, if not identical.
Okay.
I haven't done that much digging yet.
Huh.
I haven't even looked to see if they're the same key yet. But that's where my brain went.
Interesting.
Was
Okay.
Madonna Confessions. So I was instantly like, gold star.
Well, if that's the case, then it would more be that both of them are referencing Donna Summer's "I Feel Love," probably, because that's
Yeah.
so they're both referencing probably Giorgio Moroder.
Oh, that's it.
There it is.
And then Beyonce copied all of them.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, "I Feel Love" is like often imitated, often duplicated, often referenced. Like it's probably one of the most iconic disco songs you can get. Electronic songs. The Marauder.
Oh, that's right. Future Lovers, yeah, is
Mhm.
oh my God, duh.
Yeah, she mashed it up on tour.
Yeah, my brain is like exploding at this point.
And I know what you're hearing now that I think about. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
intense of experience.
Mhm.
I feel love. And then it goes and we could mix Beyonce in there.
Yep. There could be like a really good, huge mashup of all the girls who do "I Feel Love."
Yeah,
honestly.
Sam Smith we
Yeah.
can throw in there.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Wow. Legend. Okay, next track. I feel like from a whole lot of history on is like my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So next track is 11. It's Magic. I said this trance lead is so fucking good. I need this track over a 4 on the floor.
Yeah.
And I need it to be longer. And I want an extended. I feel like this is my one. I'm going to give this a golden star. I might. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's up there though. But they go full electronic on this trance.
Well, the crazy thing,
song.
because I know you don't know the voices that well yet, this is only Nicola.
Oh.
So it's a solo song, which is crazy. But yeah, this is again like kind of indicating where they go.
Gotcha.
I think.
So I still have to dig into their first 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
Are those more like rock girl?
Yeah, like I would say so.
Okay.
Like surf rock guitar meets it all meets synth and electronic, but it's rowdier.
Got it.
And then it becomes sleeker for sure. It becomes like icy heartbreak and banger kind of vibe, I would say.
How many
By the
albums
end.
do they have total?
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next track, number 12, No Regrets. I wrote that this reminds me of Water by Tyla.
Oh.
And I have to figure out why that was, but I feel like okay, so I wrote this needs a dance beat and Amapiano beat.
Okay.
Okay, where is the part? I feel like you can sing water to this. Like, I feel like Tyler could sing over this part. Make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water. Do you guys hear it?
Maybe because of the bossa nova of it all.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
For sure.
make me sweat. Yeah.
That actually, and that is also a solo. That is all Nadine. So that's my Irish Queen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, my only critique on this song, which would have given it a golden star,
Yep.
when it fades out like, not for me, I would have loved like a, not for me, me, and like have it go into like another trancy, like electronic.
I feel like that's your critique of most songs.
Yeah, but like this one to me is like, I'm imagining like on a Chase lounge, and it's like a very like sexy sunset mood lighting, and like she's on, you know, the Chase with the microphone. It's like,
Yeah.
not for me. Stands up, the lights come down.
Yeah.
All the other girls are now behind her, and then we just get a fucking dance break.
Do
we see the vision?
I
here?
see the vision. Totally. Yes.
It's like, it's sexy and sultry, but like it just, you know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
yeah.
Especially coming out of the last two songs.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get like one big final tit shaker. But anyway, it's fine. Okay, so then the final track. Now, I was stunned. This one, like, actually, I was gooped. The track is called Racy Lacy. I am a stan, a Lacy stan.
Yeah, she is serving.
Whore,
she's a whore, and we love.
Obsessed. The lyric, a PhD with her legs apart. 8. Also, chewed up, spat out. Sent me. But then my favorite line is a connoisseur of satin sheets. Oh,
inspiring me for years to come. Yeah, up to 24 hours in bed. All of it. All of it.
It's like stupid Cupid, but like racy. It's.
Yeah, they're calling her a whore for sure.
But like stan.
But like they're standing. Yeah.
I think that's what I like about the energy of this album is like, it's, what's the word? It's not slutty. It's like,
I mean, there's
like being confident. Like,
yeah, there's a certain feminist energy to it of like being messy, sort of like hungry for whatever, for, you know, plowing through boys and getting, you know, getting raged on.
But it's confident.
Getting
like
wined and dined. Yeah. Using their energy. Yeah.
It's like, I'm young. I want to have fun. My tits are out.
Yeah.
I'm racy. I'm a PhD with my legs open.
Yeah.
1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
For sure.
Then.
Yeah. Yeah. It really wasn't about, it really was like it wasn't girl power, obviously, but it was still the modern girl of that time in an empowering way, I feel.
Yeah.
That they could do those things and kind of almost be a little anti-hero because they're kind of poorly behaved in some ways, but yeah, that's why I liked them a lot for that reason as well. It was very like confident and in control, but also, you know, kind of just spilling out of bars and being messy and plowing through guys, and it's like, yeah, fuck yeah.
You mean like in public, like public
persona? Well, it did sort of blend because Sarah was the one who, she is the one who passed away, but she was the one who had sort of the most notorious, like, spilling out of the bar photos, like screaming and causing a scene. Yeah, they did kind of mirror their image a little bit in some ways. At their most rowdy and fun, I would say.
Racy Lacy.
And at this time, Cheryl was becoming best friends with Victoria Beckham. And all of that. And it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, she would go on to marry Ashley Cole, the footballer. And so then she became a WAG, Wives and Girlfriends. And those two were thick as thieves. And yeah.
Cheryl and Posh.
Wow. Very iconic pairing, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So that was like very surreal to see them like sit at the games together and stuff and go out.
I missed all of this.
Yeah, I know. I'll always be like, it's bittersweet because as much as I love them going to the reunion and all that stuff, I'm like, what could have been if streaming was a different story, it came 10 years earlier, whatever. Like, I just think the barriers to seeing these things were so much higher when we were growing up. I was importing J-pop from Yes Asia and buying CD1 and CD2 from Tesco, importing it from HMV and shit. And it's like, yeah, now it's just all on streaming globally.
Yeah.
Who knows? And like, if
You couldn't even buy on iTunes certain
no,
things.
no.
Now
I had
that I'm
to
thinking about it, I'm
import
like,
it.
yeah, I remember like certain things you would recommend. I would like go to your website and it was like
Not available in this country.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to buy it on
Yeah.
iTunes. Oh my, I didn't even think
The
about
barriers
that.
were crazy, and you just wonder.
That's why I used to download everything on johnali.com. Shout out to
Exactly.
those are my two sources.
You just wonder like what life would have been like if we were able to see those things that didn't require deep digging of fan forums and all of that culture, because that's how I learned about them. But I put in an effort, and obviously like
Yeah.
the general public's not going to do that. So
And the timing, it was like pop rock was in the US at that moment.
Yeah,
but
they would have hit.
also the Pussycat Dolls were in
Mm.
2006. So if you think it kind of combines the pop rockness
Yeah.
of like Ashley Simpson, Hilary Duff, and the Pussycat Dolls, like to me, they're a blend of
right.
the two is the vibe that I got.
The actual only crossover they had, and I forgot about this, is they had a song they covered "Here We Go," and that was the theme song for "Totally Spies," which was that animated
Oh.
TV show. And so that's like it was heard.
Got it.
That's so random. But that's it, really.
Huh.
Yeah, but that's chemistry, and that is kind of them really started stepping into what would be their signature sound and vibe and energy. The next album, they definitely go more electronic,
Okay.
which you would live for the next album. It came out in 2007, just like Blackout and X, and like Kylie's X and Britney's Blackout.
Oh, I
Like,
loved Kylie's X.
like all of that time period was perfection. Like the girls just all decided on one sort of sound, and it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. That one's called Tangled Up, and yeah, I know you'd love that one even more.
Well, everyone, let us know. Do you like this series?
Yeah.
Do we keep continuing on?
If nothing else, this was a treat for me just to hear you like say words that I haven't heard you say before. Like, referencing like Aloud songs is definitely rocking my world. So yeah. And I've always wanted to give them justice because I know we get playful in the Discord, like who and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like,
Literally, I'm like, who?
it is weird because once you're like, oh, that was a big deal, just not where I'm from. Let's say.
Yeah, when I read the charts, I was like, oh, they're
yeah,
arguably, in terms of charts, more successful than the Spice Girls
Yeah.
ever were
oh yeah,
by like 10 miles.
yeah. But like globally, no. So, but UK, yes.
Right.
So it's
Like they're
interesting.
legends in the UK.
Yeah, like they had such a streak that it was definitely a run. I mean, Spice did something Girls Aloud didn't, or anyone didn't. Like they'll never.
Yeah, they dominated the globe.
They dominated the globe in such an insane way before, like in the 90s. So they'll never be like that again. But yeah, Girls Aloud and Sugar Babes were like pretty neck and neck as like the it girls of that moment.
Wow.
It was a fun time to be a stan then. I'm happy you got to hear it.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, at least you got a taste of like what I'm into from them. And then I don't know, how does it compare to like what you thought they would be? Let's see that.
Oh, I literally was expecting like PCD.
Mm.
I was expecting like dance, choruses, and choreo.
Mhm.
So in the beginning, when it was like all like rocker, like
Yep.
the instrumentation of it, I was not expecting at all. I'm like, oh, this feels like a rock band.
Yeah.
With girls just singing over it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect that at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, they got a lot of shit too. A lot of like indie bands would like come for them and stuff, and they had like this fun diss track called Hoxton Heroes where they like they just basically gave a middle finger to like men with guitars and stuff, and they were like, "Fuck you, we could do this too."
Yeah.
It was cool actually. That was
it reminded
part
me
of them.
Like the early Ashley Simpson album.
Yep.
Like which is all actual real. I mean, we saw that we talked about this about like
Yep.
them recording the strings and Ashley like not paying attention.
Right.
But like
yeah.
it reminded me of that. Like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a
They really
full band.
they took the piss out of like rock elitism. You know, it's
Got it.
much like Ashley. It's kind of like, well, guess what? Like I've got rock on my album too, and
Yeah.
you know, fuck you.
And a Forever 21 top on and
Exactly.
a dream. 8.
Very Hillary, very Ashley, very all of our girls like during that period. So that's kind of that version of. Honestly, it's just like Hillary because if you listened
the
to
choreo was certainly giving.
yeah, but if you listen to like Metamorphosis, this is like you listening to her era of that.
Yeah.
But then Tangled Up would be listening to Dignity.
Oh my God.
It's the same exact trajectory, honestly. So,
okay.
Yeah.
But as a girl group, which is like even better.
Yeah, truly. And they really did kind of like end off on a high. Like they went out when the single finally didn't go top 10 is when they bowed out. And I actually prefer that to rather than like diminishing returns of like starting to like not chart. Like they literally just
D3
didn't fully chart. And then so I'm kind of at peace with them kind of going out on that high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it tees up for the reunion tour that you're going to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. 20.
Wow.
20 years. Well, it'll be more than 20.
It said 21 online. I was reading.
Yeah.
You can say 20. It's fine.
Yeah. Because Sarah passed, it was going to happen already. So then it didn't happen. And then they didn't feel it was appropriate. And they talked about it more. And it was always Sarah's wish was for them to continue when she was sick, told them, like, I want you girls to do what we plan to do in these early meetings. It's like super bittersweet in that way. But yeah, they are honoring her legacy. I think I'm going to be an emotional mess during the show because they haven't said what they're going to do, but they said she's going to be a big part of it. So I think they'll, preserve her vocals. They'll have her videos, I'm sure. Like, yeah. And it's going to be weird to see them as 4, but
the intro will be, because I just think of like the Spice Girls reunion tour intro.
My God. Yeah. Like,
and like, how do you, we have to stop this.
Know.
I'll start crying. I can't think about it.
Yeah. Oh my God. They're going to do something. There's probably going to be like a tribute section too. And it's,
yeah. Anyway, it's fun.
I'm glad that you experienced it.
Yeah, and let us know. Did you guys like this? Do you want to hear more?
Yeah, I'd love to know if it actually piqued your interest to check into them. And yeah, keep in mind my like comparison. It's like first few albums like of Hillary were rock, and then she moved into being a synth girly. This is just like what they did.
Yeah, yeah, we were trying to figure out like an album that like I could give Brad, and we were doing this on the Icon chat. And I think the only one that like maybe is possible is like a Backstreet Boys album.
Backstreet, yeah. Because I sort of fade in and out. I'm more of a singles person.
Yeah.
Backstreet. The Call I have memorized, obviously.
But, I mean, they're best.
Timeless, yeah. But I could deep dive into an album because I probably haven't.
Yeah. Maybe Never Gone.
Yeah.
That was like, I saw the
Was that the 2005?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember the era.
Yeah. Click 5 opened for them.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
It was very much like We're Never Gone, like
yeah,
kind of
weird world,
right? Wasn't it sort of the comeback?
Yeah,
yeah. Good for them though.
We'll see.
They've really gone the distance.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
There's like a new doc happening though, so I don't know.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Oh, I thought you meant the new document. I was like, oh, we're making a documentary.
Nick and Aaron one.
Fallen Idols.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. The Nick stuff for sure. Yeah. Oof. But in any case.
And I don't like that they grouped them together. I'm like, can we keep these two?
Yeah.
Like one, like Aaron was struggling with like really serious mental health.
Yeah.
And like.
I know. I have my own thoughts on a lot of the ID docuseries stuff because people have also come forward and like said that they felt sort of manipulated into their on-camera interviews and stuff, that it wasn't so great either.
Yeah,
I
haven't really dipped
these
too
things.
Deep in that yet.
These things do straddle the line of like exploitation and insight. It's like I don't know. These things get dicey. Anyway, this is straying from.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us this week. We will be back next week with
fresh new episode
with new Billy, right?
With new Billy, new Dua.
Yeah, a lot. I mean. The spring season continues.
We're going to be optimistic and
radical,
hit hard and soft,
and eternal. And I'm turning 36 soon too.
And you're turning 36, and you're going to be radically optimistic about it.
Yeah, I am kind of.
Yeah,
well, we'll get there when we get there. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you for your continued support here on Patreon, as well as social media and Discord and everywhere else. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed this little album swap after 4 years,
4
years of teasing it. And until next time,
we will
see you
soon.